Okay, what's up, you guys? I am back with another video. I know it has been a minute. I'm sorry about that. I'm hoping to get some more tying videos out for you guys over the winter and over the fall months. So in the vise, I have a Daihiku. This is a 302 and a size 10. I'm going to tie for you guys a lake fly that's been working really well for me this past year as I've been out fishing lakes even more and more. And it's a take on kind of a damsel pattern in a bugger style and kind of a blank saver type style with a hot bead in the front. So I'll do this with the chartreuse bead and the orange bead. I'm going to do the orange bead today. What I have in there is a 3mm bead right now, some olive thread, starting that right behind the bead, and I'm just going to capture my thread on there and go all the way back to where the barb would be, right about there. So olive marabou. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take about, I don't know, that much right there, and I'm going to grab all that marabou and I'm going to pull it off. So now I have all this marabou. I'm going to get my fingers wet. I'm just going to strip this back, and then I'm going to kind of twist this a little bit in there so you kind of have it all together. I want this tail to be about double the hook length, just about like that. Put that in there, capture it right up on top, do a couple wraps, kind of tight, just to get it locked in place. And then I'm going to wrap this forward and move my thread up to almost behind the bead, and then I'm going to cut off all that extra marabou. Okay, so now we're going to kind of go back over this marabou, make sure it's all locked in place, all nice and smooth. Going to kind of go back a little bit down on the bend, so it's not going to look as nice, but it's going to keep that marabou from fouling up. And I'm going to take some peacock mylar here, capture that in there. I've already cut off a piece. And then I have some small olive wire that I'm going to tie in at the exact same time. Just like that. So now I've got those both in place. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that mylar and I'm going to wrap it forward. So I'm going to come back all the way up to the eye, all the way up to the bead there. And I'm going to wrap this mylar in touching wraps all the way up to the front, just like this. And it's just going to kind of provide a nice shiny underbody for the bugger feather when we get to that step. So now we've kind of got that all the way up there. Going to capture that just like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Come in here and trim that off. Okay, now we've got that captured, got the wire there. I'm going to take a small grizzly hackle feather here, trim off a little bit, pull off those front fibers, so just exposing the tip just like that. I'm going to come in and kind of pinch that right in front and capture that right in there by the bead. So I'm going to do a couple wraps here, but let me attach my hackle pliers real quick to that. So now we've got it on there. Now we can make some nice wraps. These are going to be kind of big wraps. We're not going to do them super close together, but we're going to palmer this back all the way to the back. Then we're going to take our wire, capture that. I'm going to work this up, back up through over the hackle here, just to kind of capture that, counter wrap it with that wire, bring that wire all the way forward, just like you would a normal bugger. And then we're going to helicopter this off. And then what kind of makes this a different bugger from a lot of them that you'll see is the mylar underneath. And then we're going to take that one last step, and we've got some olive grizzly hackle here. We're going to do the exact same thing that we did in the back. Just like this, but we're going to add a collar of grizzly hackle. So we'll grab our hackle pliers again. We're going to do a few wraps of this in front. So it's kind of a combo here of grizzly, standard grizzly, and then an olive. Just kind of an attractor damsel type bugger. And we'll come in, trim off that extra, kind of palmer everything, or kind of pull everything back, wrap over in front, so you kind of get that swept back a little bit. And then we're going to grab our super glue here, add some to the thread, wrap it around like that, and then bring in our whip finish tool. Do a few whip finishes up front here, just to make sure that this is going to last for a while. One more whip finish. And that is your finished bugger damsel. And like I said, I like to do this in a few different kind of styles. So I do this olive one with chartreuse bead. You could do this exact same fly in black if you wanted, and it'd be more of a leech pattern. But yeah, this has just been a great one this whole year so far, and just been producing really well. So tie them up, get them, throw in the water, and fish it.